Welcome, I'm Leanne. I'm going to guide you through this gentle yoga practice today. So come on down to your mat, grab a block or a bolster if you like. And if you don't have one of those props, it's okay, you don't need one. Just get comfortable so you can sit or lie down. You could kneel, you could start in child's pose, whatever position you would like to start out in today. Okay, get comfortable, make any little adjustments that you need to make so that you feel even just a little bit more ease, a little bit more support. And then close your eyes and just feel as your body settles, right? As we settle here, as we arrive where we are in our body, resting in some way on the floor. We can let go of thinking and shift over into sensing and noticing and feeling. So let go of thinking, so sort of drop out of your mind and come down into the body and just observe whatever you observe in your body, whatever sensations are here. And could we welcome these? Whatever we sense, can we welcome it? Bring your curiosity into the present moment and be curious about what you sense. I invite you to play with this today, being in your body, sensing and feeling. Shifting yourself up so that you're sitting or kneeling, and you could do either one of those with a block underneath you or a bolster underneath you if you want to, or you can just be right on the floor. We're going to start with our shoulders. So you can either rest your arms beside you or in your lap and give your shoulders a roll out. Nice big circle. And then let the movement of your shoulders become more random so that they don't have to do the same thing at the same time. They can if you want to. Those shoulders don't have to follow a particular pattern though. They don't have to just move in a circle. So we're loosening up at the shoulder sockets and the shoulder blades. Maybe the chest feels a little bit of softness coming in and the upper part of the back. And then relax. Just let your shoulders fall away from your ears. Let your arms rest, coming up into the neck. So turning the head to the right, looking back over that right shoulder, turning the head to the left, looking over the left shoulder. Bringing your head back to the center, tilting your head this time to the right. Let your head get heavy as the right ear falls towards the right shoulder. The jaw softens and the eyes soften. Then bring your head through the middle so that your left ear can fall towards your left shoulder. Feel the weight of your arms, the weight of your head. Let the head come back up to the center. So next we're going to side bend. So take the right arm and let it lift up. Bring your left hand to the floor on your left side or to your left hip, and then just tip to the left. Open up the right side. Breathe over here. Come on back up through the center. Relax the right arm, send the left hand up to the ceiling, tipping to the right, so right hand to the floor or your hip, opening up the left side. Feeling your breath. Lifting back up, letting the arm come down. Next, we're going to shift up into table pose. You can come on up to hands and knees. We have hands under shoulders, knees under hips, neutral back. You go from your pelvis all the way to the top of the head, a long line. We'll come next into our cat and cow movement. So tuck the tail, gently round your back up towards the ceiling. And then roll the pelvis the opposite way so the front of the body becomes a little longer than the back of the body. So there's a gentle back bend. Okay, go back and forth a couple of times, tucking your tail, rounding up, letting your head hang. Okay, rolling the pelvis forward, lengthening the front of the body. Maybe lifting the chin a little bit so your gaze is a little bit more forward on the floor. One more time each way. So tuck and round, stretching into your back. And then tilt the pelvis, lengthen through the front of you. Draw the shoulders gently back. Okay, find neutral again. So where the head is in line with the heart is in line with the pelvis. Could you curl your toes under, hug your tummy inward, and then could you lift your knees up without changing the shape of your back? So just lift them just 2 centimeters off the floor. Just a little lift of those knees up off of the ground, and then bring them back down. Just reset your posture, draw your shoulders back, hug the tummy in, lift those knees up without changing the shape of the back. Drop those knees back to the floor, round your back up to the ceiling so you still have your toes curled under. Drop your seat a little bit back towards your heels. There's super cat position. Come back to table. And then we'll come up into downward dog next. So you've got your toes curled under, lift your knees up, and press back through those heels. You're welcome here to alternate the heel that you're pressing back through. So you're coming through a walking downward dog, reach back through one heel, let the opposite knee bend. Your feet are at least hip width apart. Maybe you can let that movement be felt through the soles of the feet, the backs of the legs, whatever you're noticing through your shoulders or your back. Gaze is just back between your feet, so maybe your head could hang. Okay. From here, could you move into a gentle forward fold? So you can either walk your feet forward or your hands backward or some combination there. Bend your knees so your back is relaxed. We'll push down through the heels and come up. So lift yourself up so that you're at vertical. So you're in mountain pose. Okay. Next, we're going to do a little bit of balance. If you would like to shift in your space so that you've got a wall or a chair next to you, you can move so that you've got something to stand next to. And if you want to be off your mat on a different surface, then take a step off your mat for a moment. Okay. So from mountain pose, start by standing in your right foot, and you're just going to lift the left foot up. So let the left knee come up or the foot come up, so you can choose how high the left leg is lifting. Then you're going to switch. So drop the left foot, lift the right. So right foot or right knee. Okay. So arms can be wide just to help out a little bit. You can rest your gaze on a spot on the floor in front of you and breathe. Okay. Now this time, so as the left knee comes up, could you bring the right hand over? So could you touch the left thigh with the right hand? And we'll switch. So step the left foot down, lift the right foot up, and bring the left hand over. Okay, do that same thing one more time each. So lift the left foot, bring the right hand across, step your left foot down, lift your right foot up, bring that arm over. Okay, so keep going. We're going to add. So lift up the left knee, Bring the right hand over. If you can do a little bit more, could you turn your heart a little to the left? Keep your gaze forward. So just a tiny twist. Okay, unwind and we'll switch. So left foot is down, right foot is up, left hand is on the right leg, and maybe you stay there. Okay, or maybe you turn just a little to the right. Okay, and then relax. So come back to your mountain pose. Feel your feet on the floor. You can give your shoulders a little roll if they need a roll. If you're off your mat, come back to your mat. Okay, and then you're facing the top of your mat. So I'm just going to turn so that you can see. Bring your hands to your heart. You get your feet hip width apart in mountain pose. We're going to come into chair pose. So as we come into chair pose, that's a movement that's happening from the hips. So let your seat go back and sink down. So it's like a little squat. So drop your weight down and then press down through your heels and lift yourself back up to neutral, back up to where you started. Now take your feet just a little bit wider. So heel toe wider. Okay, same thing. So drop your seat down, go straight down. So your back doesn't change shape. You're just dropping straight down, as much into your legs as you can go. Press down and rise back up. Okay, go another heel toe wider. So you might be on the outside edges of your mat. Okay, one last time here, sink. So drop, knees wide, and then press down slowly and lift yourself back up. Okay, step your feet back in. This time we're going to come through our chair to fold. Okay, so you can come back down. So your seat is going back and down. You can bring your forearms to your thighs. Knees are bent lots. And you can rest there for a moment and relax your back. So here you're in sort of a half fold, right? If you want more and it feels comfortable, you can tip over. Just keep your knees bent and let your hands be resting on something. So the block or the floor or your legs. But listen to your body. Feel what you feel there. Okay, we're going to come back up. So bend your knees, press down through your feet to bring yourself back up to stand. Now pick one of your feet, whichever one you want, step back and turn and face the long edge of your mat. So we're now wide-legged and our feet are on a balance beam. Okay, we'll start with the right leg. So take your right thigh and turn it so your knee and your toes point down that end of your mat, and then bend your right knee. So this is warrior two. So we're sinking into legs here. So just feel your feet sinking into your legs. What do you feel through your hips? If you'd like to, you can lift arms. And then could you roll your arm bones in your shoulder sockets? So sometimes your palms are facing the ceiling, and then sometimes your palms are facing the floor. But that whole arm is just moving at your shoulder. And then choose whether you'd like palms to face up or down. Sink a little lower into your legs, and then relax. So you can straighten the knee, you can relax the arms. Okay, let your hands now come to your hips, the sides of your pelvis. Bend your right knee again. So same legs. This time we're coming into side stretch. So we're going to bring our right forearm to our right thigh. So we're tipping over top of that right leg. So our right side is facing the floor. Left hand could stay where it is at the hip, or you could lift it up. So left hand to the sky, or you could take the left arm up and over towards your ear. Sink into your legs. Both sides of the body are long. Maybe turn your head to the right so you're seeing the right foot. Bring the left hand all the way back to the hip. Push down through the right heel and lift. Okay, we'll switch sides. So turn your right thigh so your feet are parallel. Turn your left thigh towards the other end of the mat. Bend your left knee. So your heart is facing the long edge of the mat. You're sinking down, feeling feet, the toes a little wiggle. It's happening up through your legs, your hips. Okay, adding arms if you like, so they're wide, and you can roll those arm bones again if you want to, so that sometimes palms face up, sometimes palms face down. Just play with that movement of your arm bone in your shoulder socket. If you need to take a look at it to make sure your arm bone is moving, you can. And then just decide for a moment where those arms would like to stay. Sink a little lower, and then let go. So straighten the knee, relax the arms, bring the hands to the sides of the pelvis. We'll tip towards the left side, bending that left knee. Bring the forearm to the thigh, so left forearm resting on the left leg. And then right hand could stay at the hip, or it can come straight up, or it could come up and over top if you like. Both sides are long. Turning the head perhaps to the left. Breathing here. Right hand makes its way back to your hip. Push through the left heel rather, and lift up. When you're back at vertical, turn the left thigh so your feet are parallel again. So next we're going to come into a wide-legged forward fold. Okay, so hands at your hips, tipping over. So if you would rather do a half fold here, you could bring your hands to your legs or the wall or a seat of a chair or your block. You want to have your block there or on the floor. So you're welcome to stay in a place where your head and your heart are more in line, if that's better for your back or your heart. And if you're comfortable going more upside down, you're welcome to tip over. Just have your hands resting on something, whether it's the block or the floor or your legs. Relax the shoulders, the neck, the jaw perhaps. What do you feel in your body? Releasing from here to table pose. So bring your hands down and your knees down. And then move yourself so that you're laying on your right side. So you have something under your head. You could use your right arm, you could use your block, you could use another cushion if you like to support your head. Okay, your knees are bent and they're a little bit in front of you, resting right on that right side. Pick up the left leg and just keep the knee bent, move the thigh back. So if you can, reach back with the left hand, hold on to the shin, and just bring the heel in. So you're pointing the knee down the short end of your mat. Relaxing shoulders. We'll bring this leg now the opposite way. So hug the leg towards you. So let the left thigh come in towards your left side of your chest and hold below the knee and just hug the left leg in. And that top leg, your left leg is now going to go straight in line with your back. So reach it all the way down, turn the ankle on a little bit so you're pressing through the heel. Knee is straight, and then lift the thigh up and lower the thigh down. So you're right on your side, you're lifting up, lowering down. Ankle is gently on. Noticing what you feel, maybe in the hip. And then could you let the inside edge of that left foot rest on the floor? And just let it come down to the ground there. Okay, could you take this left leg, same shape, but move it in front? So lift it up, move it forward, and then let the left foot come back down and rest on the floor. So now the left leg is a little bit in front of you. Pick up the left leg, let it come back on top of the right leg, relax, and then roll onto your opposite side. Now you're laying on your left side. You have something under your head for some support. Knees in front. We'll pick up the top leg, so the right leg, and we'll move it back. And if you can, reach down with the right hand, grab onto the shin, bring the heel in, relaxing the shoulder, breathing, letting go of thinking, practicing sensing and feeling. Move the right thigh towards your rib cage now. So hug it in. You can hold below the knee. Right leg coming in. And now right leg going long. So press out through that heel. So it's straight in line with your back. You're directly on your side. And you're going to let the right leg lift away from the floor and then lower back towards the floor. So lift up and then lower down. Ankle is gently on. Do one more, come up, and then come down, and can you let the right foot rest on the ground there? With the leg gently straight, so you don't have to lock the knee. We're going to pick up the right leg, move it forward. So it could be right on top of the left, or maybe it could be a little bit closer to you than the left leg. Let the inside edge of the right foot come back to the ground. Knee is straight if it can be, and if it needs a little bend in it, then that's okay. Bend the right knee, put it back on top of the left, relax, roll onto your back. You're welcome to put something underneath your head if you want to, and then if you want that opportunity for the block, you can have it nearby. So we have our feet on the floor, and we're going to let the knees fall open. So right leg is going to fall to the right, left leg is going to fall to the left. So there's your butterfly pose. So come back up gently. So feet are back flat, and then you're rolling right leg open, left leg open. So if you like, just tuck your fingertips under your thighs, and then let the knees come back up. So just a couple more times. So you're just opening up as far as feels comfortable for your hips to open. And then you're moving your legs back towards each other. 2 more times. Let the knees open. And then let them come back up. Open. And this time they could stay. So you could just let your legs rest into your hands. Just for a moment, let the legs fall so they've got a little bit of support. Feel a breath or two. Bring into the belly, just gentle. Bring your feet back to the floor. So come out of your butterfly pose. We'll let the knees now fall to the left. So if you want the block or the bolster, you're going to put that support on the left side. Your arms could come into a gentle T, and then your legs fall towards the left. So if you want that extra support just coming underneath your bottom leg, don't have to have it. If you haven't got a block, it's okay. You could bring the lower leg down to the floor, or you can just let the legs fall if they're comfortable, just falling to the side. So listen to your body. Whatever kind of support there is best for you. You're invited to turn your head towards the left. So the head is fallen the same way that the legs have fallen. Undo this. So unwind your head and move your right leg first. Come back up onto your back. So feet on the floor, everything back to neutral. If you've got that support and you want to switch sides with it, you can. Knees are going to fall now to the right side. Relax your shoulders and your arms. Legs resting on something. Turn your head to the right. Bring your head back to center. Left leg leads first to come back onto your back. Pick up your feet and give your knees a hug and a rock. Feeling the floor beneath your back. Lower your feet back down to the ground, maybe a little bit wide if you want to rest your knees against each other. Bring your arms back down, palms facing the ceiling, and then head a turn to the left side, relaxing your shoulders and your jaw, turning the head to the right side, so right ear towards the floor. Head back to the middle. We'll go one more time each way, so turn the head to the left, and then turn the head to the right. Then back to the center. So at center, just feel how your body feels. Next, we're going to do a short relaxation. So if there's any stretch or movement your body feels like it needs, before we do that, you're welcome to do that. And when you're ready for your relaxation, just come on into whatever position you'd like to relax in. So you could stay right where you were. You could tuck something under your knees if you like, or under your neck. If you would rather lay on your side, you're welcome to do that, or in a different posture. So get comfortable, support your body so that your body can relax. Close your eyes. Feel where you touch the floor. And let go, relax through those parts of your body into the ground. Allowing your kind attention to drift through your body. So soften the whole front of you. So the face rests. The throat softens. Just letting attention drift. The chest. Maybe down the arms to the hands. Coming back to the torso, softening the belly and the hips, softening the legs, the whole front of the body resting. Shifting your attention into the back of you and relaxing the whole back of your body. The soles of your feet, the backs of your legs, back of the pelvis. Resting the low back and the middle part of your back. The shoulder blades and the upper part of your back is softening. Back of the neck, back of the head, crown of the head. The whole back of you. And the whole right side of your body. Letting go the whole right side and the whole left side. The whole outside of your body. And everything inside. Just the sense of your whole body resting. Letting go. Feeling supported. With this kind attention, just observing whatever you sense in your body. Whatever you feel, curious and open to whatever you notice. Whenever you are ready, whether that's now or in a few minutes from now, releasing your practice. Notice how you feel. Gently moving, however your body feels like moving. Taking your time. So whenever you're ready, roll to your side and bring yourself back up to vertical. If you like, just taking a moment at vertical. Feel how you are. And whenever you're ready, moving back into your day. Thank you for practicing today. Namaste.